Do younger dentists reach out to you for advice to become a KOL?
Yeah, all the time. And, I always tell them, actually, Dr. Nisnik gave me this advice, and it was just take pictures of your stuff and post it because you are a clinician.
Right.
The company that potentially could hire you can't do the dentistry, and they can't take the pictures of the dentistry. So take pictures of your work and post it online. And it's really funny. I had this older implant dentist who was probably cool back in the day and kind of fell from grace a bit. And it was like, hey, I want to teach for this company. And I'm like, yeah, okay, well, let me see your stuff. Oh, no. I'm not going to send you my PowerPoint. It was like the old school PowerPoint blue with the yellow lettering and Comic Sans and stuff like that. And I'm like, well, okay, well, just submit it to the company and do whatever. And apparently it was garbage. And he wasn't even taking clinical photos. He was just taking iPhone pictures of a computer screen with an X-ray. And that was his entire presentation. And I told him, dude, look, if you want to start teaching for these companies, you have to get a good camera and you have to take pictures of the steps of what you did before and after, and provide some value to the person reading your post.
So where can someone start today?
Yeah, well, I mean, number one, Instagram and Facebook. And, Instagram tends to be the younger. If you're into TikTok, I guess you could do TikTok also. I just gave a 3D printed veneer course, and one of the doctors there, I'd seen his face around, but I didn't really put two and two together. And he has over 150,000 Instagram followers. And so, and his work is a lot. And I think one of the reasons why he has so many followers is he posts and he discusses what he did and why he did it and why he used Impress instead of, Emacs in this case for translucency and whatnot. So provide some value, but be visible on social media, and then the companies will reach out to you.
That's right. And I think you mentioned something about provide that value for the audience. That's the key that a lot of we get approached by people who want to be KOL. They look at it very transactional. I did this, how much I get paid. Yeah. Rather than, hey, if you build an audience and we help you build an audience, there's 50 different ways to monetize the audience you're building. But they're very thinking about that thing and that day and that lecture that really doesn't help them long term.
Yeah, that's very true. And again, it's the dentist's ego. Like, I am so awesome, you must pay me money because of my awesomeness. And the bottom line is, like, prove to me you're awesome. And I think a lot of dentists don't have either. My favorite is some guy wanted my presentation to do something. And I'm like, take your own photos. And he's like, well, I don't have time to take photos. Well, then you don't have time to be a KOL. Okay? Yeah, you got to sit there and take some pictures and spend some time editing and coming up with a post or editing a video and all that kind of stuff.
And if someone wants to dedicate the entire career to being KOL, have you seen people like that?
I have. Real KOLs or little Instagram, TikToker dancing people. Because, there's educators that have gotten out of clinical dentistry and just teach.
Right.
And I think that's
not good.
I don't think it's good. I think it's very scary.
That's right.
So one thing I noticed about being a KOL for Sirona for a long time is I was making a lot of money. And then they sort of switched up who they worked with. So they went a different direction. And all of us it was with we would call them 3D summits, or it was basically to sell the Galeos cone beam. And so I went from hundreds of thousands a year to like maybe 50,000 a year, right? So the winds of change can happen. But if you're a practicing dentist, you always can just go back to your practice